Shalom. Kol halalim la Yahweh Bahasham. Yahweh Shai Bahasham Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, elder bishops of Great Millstone. And shalom to the prophet of the body. And shalom to 144,001 May peace and blessings and the spirit of endurance be upon you and your households. Okay, as we approach the end. And Lord willing, 2026 will be the year Abaratizah. And all praises, honor, glory, blessings, and power be to Yahweh B'Hashem Yahshai, B'Hashem Rakak Kodash. Okay, and I'm going to go through a few little bits and bobs. And the information regarding what the White House stated regarding 6G technology, which was dated, I believe, mid-December. So, just about a week or two ago. All right, and the brother from GMS Watchman, the elder, or the brother, the prophet, okay, brought out the news initially. Then Elder Amawan Gabar brought the news out, and then Elder Apostle Tahar. I'm not going in the order of who brought it out first. I'm just saying that the prophets, elders and prophets brought the news out, okay? All right, but prior to that, a couple of weeks ago, I saw this commercial on this, what's on the screen right now. I'm not going to say it, okay? By the way, copyright, fair use. All right, I'm not making no money out of this. Now, look at the term that you're using for this. All right, I've got the cursor right underneath it. Okay, now if you've seen the commercial, it should hit you straight away saying, look how they're pointing towards the charagma, the micro c-h-1-p, or alluding to it. Okay, because as technology progresses, they're going to keep pushing it indirectly, in certain cases directly, going towards the charagma. Because, all right, now I don't know if I can get away with playing it. If I can't, chuck it on Odyssey, but we'll see. All right, I mean, it is a commercial, right? So.
The Apple A19 Pro chip is vapor-cooled. Because when you run cool, you can push your limit.
You saw how the Pro c-h-1-p, something touches his forehead, okay? Alluding to the neuro linkable thingamajig. I'll say it that way, by Elon Musk, all right? And also, you saw his pupil and eyes change as well, which means he was amplified with something, He was, what's that movie called with the guy, the wheelchair man? Enhanced or something? What's that movie? Let me just get that movie name out, man. He's basically been enhanced and running faster, running through walls or whatever, right? Alluding to what? Power on the left-hand side. Like the movie, what's that movie called, man, with the paraplegic in it? I'll go to my phone. Movie's name with paraplegic getting powers after accident. Oh yeah, Upgrade. Okay, so it's called Upgrade, and that movie's from 2018. The movie Upgrade came out in 2018. And what's 18? 6 times 3 is 18. 666. 603 score is 6 is 18. Right? And I believe Revelation 13:18 hits on that point as well. And these numbers are spiritual, the way the chapters and verses are numbered as well in the scriptures. Right? So this is all alluding to that. This is the future of technology. And eventually they're going to put that technology in your body, your forehead, or your hand, right? Or wherever they deem it necessary. But if you look at it spiritually, because as soon as I saw the commercial, it is just said, oh, it's pointing towards the charagma. All right?
The A19 Pro chip is vapor cooled. Because when you run cool, you can push your limits and juggle over 35 trillion complex tasks a second. Just imagine if we were that powerful.
Imagine if you were that powerful. Okay? What did they show him? Rubik's Cube with one hand, running fast, running through walls, running up, whatever. Alluding to, upgrading yourself. Okay? But right now, obviously, they're pointing towards the technology, but if you've got spiritual eyes, you can see what it's alluding to. And why use this term, pro c-h-1-p? Why? I mean, they've never used it before, but they've called this the A19 pro c-h-1-p, right? And as we're approaching 2026, okay? Now, this is what the elders brought out, the men of Great Millstone, the prophets, okay? Now, this is off the whitehouse.gov presidential's website. It says presidential hyphen actions, okay? The White House winning the 6G race, okay? And I'm sure I've seen on videos where people have already got 6G, but according to Google and AI and all that, it's saying that 6G is not available yet, but they're working on it. All right, but they're working on it between 2026 and 2028, apparently. So 2026 could be that year. We're approaching the 250th year of America's inception, from 1776. Of course, obviously, these crackers, heathens, and America was inhabited way before 1776. But that foundational stone of what Esau wants to do was, 1776, which makes it 250 years. And no heathen rulership usually goes past 250 years. It's either a slight number below or a slight number above. Usually averages to about 250 years. And we're approaching that time. Okay. Now let's go. The White House winning the 6G race in 603 score and 6. The movie Upgrade 2018, 18, 6 times 3, 18. Right? And now this pro c-h-1-p. Okay. The raindrop falling on your forehead, your eyes changing. Upgrade. That's what happens. That's what's going to happen. You're going to be controlled. Okay, you're going to be controlled when this c-h-1-p is taken by people that fall into the traps and snares and the traps and snares of the devil, the deceiver. Right. Let's go to the core part. All right. Subject winning the 6G race by the authority vested in me as president by the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America. I hereby direct. I thought that what Trump said, the Constitution is a piece of paper. So it doesn't really mean anything, but they're just saying it just to appease you slow bellies out there. All right, section 1, purpose. The next generation of mobile communications network 6G will be foundational to the national security, foreign policy, and economic prosperity of the United States. Okay, national security. What comes into a dumbass's mind? Security of the borders. Security, our safety. My children are safe. My family's safe. Gated communities. We're healthy. Foreign policy. All right. We're making money. We're shafting the world, but we're making money. Economic prosperity. Jobs. Money. Bills. Keeping a roof over your head. Optimism. Happiness of the United States. That's, if you look at these words, translated to simple things, what the common so-called white man wants in America, and also the dumbass two-thirds jakes that want America to carry on. All right. And this is going to be their downfall because they want to hold on to America. And a lot of people are going to take it, especially those that have made some major money on this side. They want to hold on to their trinkets that they've gathered. Okay. This technology will play a pivotal role in the development and adoption of emerging technologies like artificial intelligence, robotics, and implantable technologies. and implantable technologies, and implantable technologies, and implantable technologies, and implantable technologies, and implantable technologies. All right. The elders been emphasizing it. I want to emphasize that. So it makes, it gets through to, gets through to you so you understand which way it's going. Implantable technologies. All right. 6G will also provide faster, more resilient, and more secure communication networks that can be utilized for national security and public safety purposes. So, in a nutshell, okay, you're looking at safety, money, optimism for people that want to keep America going and don't. I mean, especially the so-called white man and the heathens, they want to keep it going because they don't have a kingdom after this one. They're going into slavery, hardcore slavery. All right. So this is, and a lot of Israelites that don't know that the Israelites, or they don't believe it, and they think America's going to go on forever, and the white man's going to be, having their foot on their neck forever. Those people are going to take it as well because they can't see a future where, you know, our people are ruling, and most importantly, Yahweh Bashim Yashai ruling, and we underneath the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yashai, right? They can't imagine Yahweh Shai returning. They can't imagine that. They probably think that the return or the second coming of the Lord is in another 1,000 years' time, or it could be in thousands of years' time. We might not be here. It's such a long-winded process. People assume that Lord ain't going to return. All right. Now, okay, you saw the commercial. We've read this, and what's the date here? December the 19th, 2025. That was last Friday. And today's Sunday, the 28th of December. Okay? And we are approaching what? 2026. And December the 19th is in the borderlines of, I believe, it's the Saturnalia, right? It starts sort of like 18th or 19th and ends like the 23rd to 25th, right? Or up to the 25th, sorry, right? So, it's all coming together. All the jigsaw pieces are working. All right. Let's go to one more thing here as well. See this other thing I got here. Okay, share this one as well. I wrote here, 6G network available worldwide, right? It says 6G networks are not currently available anywhere in the world as the technology is still in the research and development phase. Commercial rollout is widely expected, but Yahweh Shemeshah can make it happen sooner. Commercial rollout is widely expected to begin around 2030, with early testing starting between 2026 and 2028. And we are approaching 2026 right now. It is not a functional technology for consumers yet. Okay, when I said the Lord could make it happen sooner, my phone chimed. Okay, and I believe the Lord Yahweh Shemeshah won't keep us here too long, man. Another 4 years in this hell, But if that's the case, we got to deal with it. There's no other way around it. We're on the Lord's time. Okay, obviously we got to, pray that Yahweh Shemeshah speeds up the time. Which I'm sure a lot of you, as well as myself, we're doing it on a daily basis. Okay, what else is there? Let me see if I've got anything else important news segment wise. All right, now this is the video that I played, right? This is what the AI overview says. The iPhone 17 Pro's A19 Pro chip is a high-performance 3nm processor featuring a 6-core CPU and 6-core GPU designed for advanced AI tasks, superior gaming, and faster 4K video editing compared to the base model. It includes 12 gigabyte RAM, enhanced neural engines. Okay, neural doesn't neurology is about the mind, right? Let me see the definition of neural. 1 second, I'm using my phone. Definition of neural. Yeah, okay. Neural, English meaning, Cambridge Dictionary. involving a nerve or the system of nerves that includes the brain. Okay, so you saw the commercial, all right, landing the raindrop landing on the forehead, his eyes changing. So this has got enhanced features where, sorry, let me just read it the way it says. Includes 12 GB RAM, enhanced neural engines, and supports advanced photography features like ProRes or whatever. Okay. See anything else? All right. Just the term, just hearing the term chip alone, it just alludes to sinister things, right? You know, I mean, as soon as I saw the commercial, man, I just said, man, that's what he's talking about. That you know what? All right, let's get some scriptures, man. I'm not going to get too many. All right, as you can see, as we're approaching the end, all right. Damn it. You know, you can see as we're approaching the end, right? You can see, you know, Neuralink's been successful in America here. All right. The c-h-1-p is being rolled out, I mean, pretty much on a heavy basis in Sweden, China, and other parts of the world. Some people are already volunteering to take it. We've seen commercials, biohackers taking it. Some people taking it to be better magicians. Some people taking it to make the, trying to get ahead uh, in terms of technology, so they can. So when things go out on a large scale in terms of the rollout, they've already, they're already ready. You know, some people already like have taken the you know, in their hand or their forehead, and they're just ready. They're just ready for it, for the rollout, because they know it's coming. Okay, and so the digital wallet's being pushed heavy. The Neuralink is ready. It's been successful trials here and in America. Okay, the c-h-1-p, the RF, the micro c-hip is being rolled out. Okay, Sweden, China, and other parts of the world. All right, the digital wallet has already been used on a heavy basis in countries like India, especially huge countries like India and other parts of the world. They've been using it for like damn near 10, 15 years or so. Right, and it's pushed heavy here. All right. And 2026 is going to be that crucial year, man. Lord willing, it's the year Yahweh Shemeshah Ratazah that all these things take place. And as you're approaching the end of 2025 and 2026 coming according to the Gregorian calendar, you can see all these pieces coming together, all pointing in the direction of the micro C hip, okay, and the way the world is going to change, okay. And you've seen, we just read what was stated on December the 15th by the so-called powers that be in America, Ground Zero Babylon, by Trump, saying that implantable technologies, okay, implantable technologies. All right, Revelation 12, verse 12. Therefore rejoice, ye heavens, and ye that dwell in them. Woe to the inhabitants of the earth and of the sea, for the devil is come down unto you, having great wrath, because he knoweth that he hath but a short time. All right, they've got short time. The Lord is speeding up the time for the elect's sake. All right, paraphrasing the scripture there. But on the flip side, the Lord, has put a fire under Esau's ass, right? So they get cracking as well and do what they've got to do on their side. The Lord is making everything happen, all right? Because the devil knows that he's got bounds that he cannot pass, paraphrasing the scripture there, all right? And so they know they've got a short time. They know they've got to get their things underway. They know what the outcome is if they don't get things underway is slavery. And either way, whether they get it underway or not, I mean, obviously they're going to get underway because the Lord has prophesied it that way. I mean, so the Lord has stated it that way, okay? And the prophets have prophesied it that way. Our apostles on down, of men of great millstone, the men of the Lord. So obviously it's going to, the way that the Lord has said it in the scriptures, it's going to happen that way. All right? So these things are going to come into fruition before the Lord Yahweh Shemeshai knocks that plate out of Esau's hand, before he actually tucks into the meal of his NWO. All right. Now let's go to Revelation 13:16. Okay. Read that one. All right. Lord willing. Okay. Lord willing, I'm going to start using the blue letter Bible a little bit more. Okay. Revelation 13:16. And he causeth all both, small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark. And that word mark in the blue letter Bible in the Greek is the charagma. Charagma means insertion, incision, etching into the flesh. Okay, so when you see somebody take the micro c-h-1-p, it's an etching, insertion into the flesh. It's a penetration. Okay, that person has humbled themselves. They've been penetrated. All right. And if they're a heathen, we don't care about the heathen. But you two-third Jakes, you do that, you're gonna be deleted by in a horrible fashion. All right. But there's two-thirds of our people pursuant to the book of Zechariah 13 and 8, 13 and 9 that have been allotted for deletion in various ways. Okay. And also within 13 and 8 and 13 and 9, it's also stated that 1/3 are going to make it through. All right. And he causeth all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. The implantable technologies. Okay, you won't be able to buy or sell. There will be no cash money. That's why they're getting rid of large denominations of cash, change. They stop printing money, blah, 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 because they ain't gonna, because the future of money is very bleak. It's not gonna, there ain't gonna be no physical cash no more. No more wads of cash to your ear like you're on the phone. None of that bullshit. All out the window. All right. That's how you're gonna buy or sell. Okay. It's gonna be scan, scan, scan. Beep, beep, beep with your hand or your forehead. All right. And 18, verse 18, Revelation 13:18. 18, 603 score and 6. 6 times 3 is 18. Here is wisdom. Let him that hath understanding count the number of the beast, for it is the number of a man, and his number is 603 score and 6. Okay. And that's around the corner, right? And remember, these things have to happen before the Lord returns, all right? The mark of the BEAST has to be implemented on and popping before World War III, Revelation 11:14 takes place, all right? And all the little skirmishes and scuffles, Jacob's trouble, blah, 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 that's all going to happen too. All these things are going to happen. It's already happening, Jacob's trouble, to a certain degree, but it's going to be amplified to a greater level, man, where you won't be able to even, if you're in a home or in a house, okay, you won't be able to even set foot in the street. It'll be that bad. Or if you do have to set foot in the street, you've got to make a move, and you've got your wife and children, right? And especially if you've got women in your family that are very attractive, all right, or semi-attractive, okay, or what the world would, what some men would say, that even women that are so-called sexable, right? As horrible and gruesome as it's going to be, you're going to be having to be very careful as you step outside, especially if you've got women and children with you. All right. And obviously, there's going to be a lot of moles about as well. It's going to be very vile out here, man. And a lot of these movies that have been coming out and coming out on dystopian futures and a dystopian world and cannibalism and women being raped and, as disgusting and gross as it is, men being raped also, all these things happening. It's going to happen, man. All right. So we pray in the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yashai that the Lord just amplifies this and speeds things up, because we rather have that plaster ripped off our knee quicker instead of slowly, because we have to go through this. We have to go through this. The elect are going to be saved. The elect are going to be covered with Yahweh Hashem Yashai's wings, man. Them chariots are going to be covering the elect. You don't have to fret or worry. And that's where faith comes in, right? Hebrews 11 verse 1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. All right. So the elect don't have to worry. All right. The hopeful elect have spiritual confidence. All right. But these things have to happen if you want the kingdom, man. All right. So I'm going to leave it there now. All praises, honor, glory, blessings, and power be unto Abanawi Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakak Kodash, Mawathabad Babal, Kwam Yashala, Shalom.